We're taking it back.
Hey guys, Frozen Nexus here, and today I'm just not really going to be making a video as much as I am just talking, and, well, you know, I'm going to be doing some loot farm runs because the farming glitch for both Finch and Hutch will be fixed in a short period of time, I believe 3 a.m. tonight. Well, it'd be tomorrow morning, really, but either way, I feel as if that the farming glitch lasted long enough that it actually helped me, you know, get where I needed to be so I can do better in, like, the Dark Zone. I kind of took a break from the Dark Zone for the past couple of days to focus on the farming glitch, and I'm sure a lot of people did. There's been a lot of complaints about the Dark Zone being too empty since the glitch came out, and I don't disagree. I mean, it was something they needed to fix, and it was only a matter of time before they did fix it. We all knew it wasn't going to last forever, but I honestly think, to an extent, they left it in as long as they did on purpose. I mean, let's face it, there's been a huge issue with players complaining about not enough high-end division tech, or just high-end drops in general on this. And I'm sure a lot of players like me, this really helped them get to a spot where when they go into Dark Zone, they don't immediately get mowed down by some level 70 rogue who, you know, has been playing the game since the day it came out and still hasn't taken a 10-minute break. And one of the biggest issues I had with the game before was the, you know, lack of player grouping. Now, this is still going to last as a very big issue to new players who never got to abuse the glitch, but we all know there will be another farming glitch that comes out in the next, like, week or two, because I mean, it's an MMO. It's in the early stages of its life, and there will be glitches, there will be bugs, and we're just gonna, you know, either abuse them or not while the game's in its early stages. I'm more or less waiting until they really screw up and let, like, an invincibility glitch get through the system, which, that'll be interesting. I'm sure, and you guys are probably thinking, oh, they'll never do that. Just wait, you know, I mean, it's an MMO, it's their first MMO, a lot of shit can go wrong, and I wouldn't hold too high hopes. Like, the game has done really well in not screwing us over with game-breaking glitches up until this point, but we all know that pretty much every MMO in its early stages of life, at one point or another, had a absolutely game-breaking glitch, and I don't think the Division will be the exception to that. And I mean, right now they have that isolated issue where players' backpacks are locking them out of their accounts. Like, holy shit, like, how did that happen? Like, why? But regardless, I mean, they're working on fixing the issue, and it was a very, like, isolated glitch. Not many players were affected by it, thankfully, and I can't say I have ever been. But it's just still, what I'm trying to say is it happened, and that glitch exists. And it still hasn't been fixed because it's a problem with Ubisoft's anti-cheat. Once they do fix it, though, I'm sure they'll have learned their lesson with their anti-cheat system. I mean, they should probably know by now that they had a really shit anti-cheat system. So, you know, there's not really much else to say about that, but I'm just really trying to get the point across that if there is a game-breaking glitch, don't lose your shit and just assume that this game is going to be dead forever, because they're working on it. They've been working really hard on fixing that backpack glitch. And as a coder, I know it's not just a simple, oh yeah, just, you know, fix it. It's not just like that. They have to rewrite a lot of shit. And the problem with rewriting code in a game that's already been released is that implementing patches can be an issue in itself. So, before you get too pissed off about, you know, a glitch that might come out that breaks the game, I would just give them some time to work on it, because they could, I mean, I did say they left this farm glitch in for a while, and I think it's because they wanted to allow players a chance to get some of the high-end loot they've been complaining about not getting. But at the same time, they did fix it in a timely manner. This glitch has been around for probably a week, maybe a little bit longer than a week, and it's already being fixed. I mean, shit in Destiny lasts for fucking months. Like, I don't know what the hell Bungie's doing half the time. Maybe they're working on Destiny 2, maybe they're working on another full-price DLC. Who knows, but so far, the post-production support for this game has been phenomenal. And a lot of that credit goes to the game studio Massive. Everyone thinks Ubisoft is heading the shit. They're not. They handed the shit over to Massive as soon as the game launched. I mean, Ubisoft published the game. That's all they really did. They didn't have any part in developing. Well, I can't say that because I don't know that for sure. So I don't want to, like, speculate and get it wrong. But Ubisoft, if they did have a part in the development of the game, it was very minimal. And all the credit really goes to Massive Industries, because I've never seen someone take such good care of a MMO, like, in the first stages of its life. Usually, games like Warframe, when they first came out, granted, Warframe came out early access. This is a full-price AAA game, and Warframe is completely free, but in Warframe's beginning, I mean, it was a total shit show. Sorry about that. But in Warframe's beginning, it was just a total shit show, and I think a lot of you who were there in the beginning agree. The reason I don't play Warframe nowadays is because I got into Warframe within the first couple months it came out, and I didn't like it. Now, I want to go back to it because I've seen a lot of people who said they've revamped the game. It looks nothing like the way I saw it a while ago, and I actually can't wait to try it out again, and I'll be making videos on that when I do get around to it, but right now I've been having too much fun with The Division. But what I'm just trying to say is that most MMOs are a disaster at their beginning, and realistically, they did a great job with this game. Like, there's some minor issues, and you can complain that these exploits are completely ruining the Dark Zone for you, and, well, I mean, they're not breaking the game. They're not giving players loot that's broken. It's just giving casual players who don't normally have time to go in the Dark Zone for 5 hours to get a couple high ends. Just that chance where they can hop on for an hour or two a day. You know, maybe even get 2 high ends in that couple hours. And that just won't happen in the Dark Zone. And I don't think Ubisoft wants high end drops to be that common. But see, for me, I don't have a lot of time in the day, and until the summer comes, I'm not gonna really ever have a lot of time in the day. So being able to log on and get a high-end drop, like at least one a day, has really helped make up for the fact that I just was not having an enjoyable time in the Dark Zone previous to this glitch. Now when I go into the Dark Zone, I actually have a lot of fun because I can stand up to other players. I can actually go rogue and, you know, make it actually get some loot from killing other people as rogue, or if someone goes rogue on me, I can actually defend myself for once. Unfortunately, though, in the very beginning, if you watch my why the Dark Zone is broken video, you'll see that in the very beginning of this game, and it's still an issue, there's no player grouping whatsoever in the Dark Zone. I don't understand why either. They just lump every level 30 player together, as if a level 30 who's level 1 in the Dark Zone and a level 30 who's level 60 in the Dark Zone are the same thing, because we all know they're not. Once you get access to those high-end blueprints in the very top of DZ06, you know you have you have access to pretty much every good item in the game. You can buy the blueprint for any item that is, like, I don't know what the word for it is, but just any item that is part of your, like, gear set. Between the Special Gears vendor and the Dark Zone vendor, literally you can get every item of high end and just keep re-rolling them in the crafting menu until you get one you like. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of that, you know? It's great and all that once you get to level 50 you get all that shit, but I don't want to be fighting those guys. I don't have all high ends. I shouldn't be fighting guys that do. And I think a lot of you kind of see where I'm coming from on that. You don't fight a tier 10 when you only are tier 2 in World of Warcraft. It's just pretty, like, standard stuff, not to, you know, group players who are fresh level 100s and players who have been level 100 since the day the DLC launched together. And I'm talking about WoW in that example, but I don't see them thinking of that as a big problem, which kind of bothers me. I really want them to, that's one of the biggest problems I want them to fix, like, before they even, I don't even care so much about the exploit, but that's probably because I'm one of the assholes exploiting it, but whatever. I just really wish they would, you know, fix the Dark Zone so the players I come up against are players who have similar stats as mine. and I'm sure there are players that have similar stats as mine, because all I hear about on Reddit is how people are complaining that the Dark Zone, that people are complaining on Reddit the same way I am, that the Dark Zone is not balanced towards, you know, the casual player. It's balanced more towards the guy who has been spending way too long on the computer, and his eyes are practically bleeding from looking at it so long. And that's just not a fun player, or a fun experience for the casual player. You can sit there and say all you want, well, this is an MMO, you're not supposed to be a casual player, but we're talking about Ubisoft here. We're not talking about Blizzard. They're not trying to make a game that is the most hardcore MMO ever. They're trying to make a game that is enjoyable for everyone. And I don't see how just matching people with a similar level to them in the PvP area would hinder your player experience at all. And if you say it does, that obviously just proves you suck and you just want to kill noobs, because it will not hurt you at all. If you are arguing that you don't want there to be a fair fight, then just don't comment, like you're a dickhead, and your opinions really don't matter. There's no reason you shouldn't want a fair fight. I would much rather fight a level 30 who has like all but 2 high-end pieces, rather than a level 30 who is just completely, you know, just fresh, no high-end, maybe 1 at most. Because that's not fair to him. I don't want to, like, I want to go rogue, but I don't want to ruin, like, people's fucking day. Because I have had times in the Dark Zone where I just kill, like, I just destroy people with 2 fucking shots, or, well, what seems like 2 shots from a vector. And it sucks. Like, that must really suck to be them, because they don't even have that vector yet. It's going to take them a while to get that vector, and they're just having a shitty experience because I have better gear than them. And I mean, that's not how I don't think that's how Ubisoft ever intended the Dark Zone to be. It's supposed to be like you're worried for your life, but you shouldn't have to be worried about what kind of gear the other guy has or what Dark Zone level he is. It should be a balanced playing field. In Battlefield, you don't get better armor because you're a higher level. That would be ridiculous and absurd, and everyone would quit the game. Like, how would a level 1 kill a level 100 if a level 100 has 4 times the health as a level 1? See what I mean? Like, you would never put up with that in any other PvP scenario. Even in DayZ, which DayZ is probably not an MMO, it's more of an RPG, but DayZ is one of my most favorite games ever. You know, well, mods, I don't know what the fuck to call it. I hate standalone, but it was done really well. And no matter what level you are, and well, there are no levels, no matter what kind of gear you have, you're going to die in 1 shot to the head. Now, obviously, they can't apply by the, you know, realistic damage models in the Division, because it's an MMO. But what I'm saying is, a player should die around the same pace. And I'm not saying, you know, oh, okay, we need to limit all player stats. I'm saying just put fucking players together with the people that they should be together with. I don't understand how that was a blatant oversight with Ubisoft, but honestly, I find that a bigger glitch than the exploit, and I'm kind of more or less just annoyed that they're fixing the exploit before that, because now any new players who didn't get to experience this exploit, when I go rogue, I'm going to destroy them, and that sucks. You know, it really does. I feel bad for anyone that I kill. I'm sorry if you're watching this and you see a Frozen Nexus on PC killed you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry ahead of time. Like, I'm sorry if I killed the noobs, but I want to fight people my level, and there's no clear way of determining who's my level and who's not. So, yeah, I feel like that's the current state of the game. And that's really just all I needed to say today. I don't know what else I could, you know, ramble on about, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please show it a like, and peace out.